Okay, moving on. This one says if a quadratic equation is written in standard form, ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0, then to solve the equation you may need to factor before using the zero product property. All right, we're going to solve this one by factoring. I'm going to use my little factor cracker. 1 goes here, 8 goes here, -6 goes here, factors of 1, factors of 8, positive 8 that add up to -6. I think I'm going to use -2 and -4. -2 times -4 is 8. When you cross multiply here, yep, those add up to 6. Put an x here and an x here. That means if I change this quadratic into factored form, x minus 2 times the quantity x minus 4 must equal 0. So either this part right here, this factor of x minus 2 equals 0, or that factor right there of x minus 4 must equal 0. So if I solve for x here, x equals 2, or if I solve for x here, x equals 4. Those are my x-intercepts. I just solved that quadratic. Stop the video at any time if you need to. We are moving on. Double check it, put those answers back into the equation, make sure you get 0 for your answer. All right. Before you can do this, what do you have to do to this equation? Look at the form it's in. That's right, you've got to put it in standard form. Put it in standard form. Next, we're going to factor it. Use your factor cracker. That means this product here has to be 0, or this product here has to be 0. Solve for x. I'm going to subtract 7 here. I'm going to add 3 here. And the solution to this quadratic equation is -7 and +3. Those are your x-intercepts. They graphed the equation to make sure it's true. 3 and -7. Yep, those are my x-intercepts. Those are called solutions, roots, or zeros. Okay, let's take a look at this one. I noticed here I have a perfect square trinomial. Did you notice that? It's okay if you didn't. You can still use factor cracker. X here, X here. I'm going to put in a -6 here and a -6 here. You can always check it with FOIL. Make sure you get back to the original. I do. So it means either this one, x minus 6, must equal 0, or this factor here of x minus 6 must equal 0. Here, if you solve for x, you get x equals 6. If you solve for here, x equals 6. You only have one x-intercept here of 6. Anytime you have a perfect square trinomial where both factors are identical, you're only going to get one solution, and it's going to be one of these that looks like this, where your quadratic has a vertex on the x-axis. Okay. Oh, here's a much better graph than the one I did. Here you can see you have only one x-intercept because my vertex is on the x-axis. All right, to solve this one, what's the first step? Notice the form. Yep, you're going to have to put that in standard form. So we're going to do that. The next thing I notice is I have a GCF of 2. I'm going to factor that out next. Okay? 2 is always 2, and it can never equal 0. What's inside the parentheses is what I'm going to factor. I'm going to use factor cracker and factor that out. Do you notice how these two are identical? Either x plus 5 has to be 0, or this x plus 5 has to be 0. If you solve for x, x is going to be -5. And once again, you have one vertex. Your vertex is sitting on your x-axis. We only have one solution. Okay, let's see if I've got time to do one more. This one right here, the height in feet of a diver above the water. Ooh, that doesn't look good, and I'm running out of time. This one we're going to have to do on our own. You are looking for where the diver hits the water. If this is height, that's a height equal to 0. Factor this thing by taking out the GCF first. One answer is going to give you a negative number. The second answer would be positive. The answer is +1 second. Work that one out on your own and look to see if you don't get an answer of 1 second. See ya!